The final victory, 2035 AD, Amman, Jordan. Who dares not speak his free thoughts is a slave. Euripides. As the modified C-130J Super Hercules, codenamed Combat Shadow 2, cruised silently above the devastated landscape of Amman, General Victor Sharp, known by his call sign Viper, surveyed the scene with the eye of a predator. The aircraft, painted a non-reflective black to avoid detection, was a ghost in the twilight, perfectly designed for covert operations under his supreme command. The cabin was dimly lit, the only illumination coming from the eerie glow of the instrument panels and the FLIR screens. The C-130J was an information gathering, tracking, acquiring targets, and reconnaissance aircraft known as Istar. Around Victor, his elite crew worked with quiet efficiency, their faces ghostly in the screen's pallid light. Sharp himself had handpicked each member for his and her skills, loyalty, and shared sense of purpose. "Adjust heading to 045, Sharp commanded in a low, measured tone, his voice barely above a whisper over the sound of the aircraft's engines. His second in command, a robust figure known only as Falcon, nodded and relayed the orders. On the FLIR screen, the figures below moved with an urgency that betrayed their desperation. Sharp's eyes, enhanced through years of transhuman modifications, didn't miss a beat. He could almost feel the heat signatures, a predator sensing the fear in his prey. "Looks like they're heading towards the old market district," Falcon murmured, pointing at the shifting figures on the screen. "Zoom in on that," Sharp instructed, stabbing his finger at the display. The image enlarged, bringing into focus two figures, one limping and injured. The stark white of their heat signatures stood out against the black of the cold, dead city around them. "Survivors or scavengers?" Falcon asked, his voice tinged with suspicion. "Does it matter?" Sharp retorted sharply, his smirk widening into a grim smile. "Either way, they are not part of the plan. Deploy the drones. Let's clean up the remnants." Outside, the false dawn painted by the artificial sunlight gave the scene a surreal quality, the desolation stark under the synthetic light. The ruins whispered of a once bustling city, now a silent tomb. The small, deadly machines slipped out into the chill air as the plane's bay doors opened with a quiet hiss. The crew in the cabin watched as the drones approached their targets, the live feed transmitting back to the FLIR screens. The figures on the screen paused, looking up as the drones descended, a last moment of realization before their corpses fell to the ground as two bursts of light appeared suddenly. "Task completed," Falcon reported, checking off another box on the mission list. Sharp nodded, his eyes cold and calculating. "Set course for the next target area," he ordered. "We have more ground to cover before daybreak." As the Hercules turned, veering towards its next destination, the city of Amman lay quiet below, its secrets buried under ash and silence. In the cabin, amid the glow of screens and the soft hum of equipment, General Victor Sharp, the Supreme Global Commander, plotted his next move in the shadowy game of power that spanned across the devastated lands beneath them.